Today back on my apple tree that I started from seed away back in 2015. Here you can see last September it has stopped growing for this season and a few of the leaves have changed colour. If I come in closer you can see a lot of them are starting to turn a lovely dark red colour. In October there was quite a few more yellows and oranges in there. It's a bit leggy, but I think in the future this tree could have a very nice display at this time of year. In November there's only a few leaves holding on and we can start to see the structure a little more clearly. I think there's going to be plenty of pruning happening pretty soon. And here are the leaves close up. You can really see they've changed a lot of colour since the start of autumn. I really like it when they're this yellowy orange colour. In December it's fully dormant, so it's just going to be left until the end of winter. In February it's time to finally deal with this mess. It grew really well last season, but now needs pruned back. I started by just removing this stub. It was pretty long and ugly and there's no point keeping it there any longer. I just pretty much shortened everything back. I got rid of all the badly placed branches last year, so I didn't really need to remove much. No major cuts anyway, I just trimmed everything back. You can see it's still pretty messy, but overall it's not the worst. I think it has some potential. Obviously it needs a lot more development and ramification. But as far as a primary structure goes, I think I can work with this. And as you can see I was bending some branches down. I think some wire at some point could really help this tree. At the start of March the buds are swelling, although they're pretty hard to see from here. Maybe you can see them a little better from here. I don't think you can, but the tree is starting to wake up, which means it's the perfect time to repot. Maybe you can see the buds now. There's definitely a few leaves opening here, so it's definitely the right time to be doing the work. Normally I would try and rake the top layer of soil out, but I had a good feeling that a little karate chop might work on this tree, and it did. It came straight out. It's been in here for 2 years, so I'm expecting a lot of roots, and that is exactly what I got. I then just start trying to loosen everything and untangle it all. The soil is still quite loose, so that's a good thing. Look at this root here, it's crazy long. It always blows my mind just how long the roots can get on these little trees. Here is the root ball with all the soil off. It isn't too bad. There are a few long roots, but overall it isn't too bad. This root here is ridiculously high, so it has to go. I then just started trimming everything back, just to get it back to a more manageable size. And here's what I was left with. It's not too bad. It's not the best root ball I've ever seen, but it's flat and it's radial, so I'm happy enough with it. It's only going to keep getting better. I then just pot it up in the same pots and it's doing pretty well in there. Here in April you can see the leaves are pretty much open now. And I put a few stones on the pot just because it got a little windy outside and I didn't want anything to blow away. In May it's looking very happy. All the new growth is out and it seems very healthy. In June it's a little too leggy, so I pruned it back. I had actually forgotten that I did this. I was looking at the tree the other day and wondering why it hadn't grown too much. Clearly it's been growing very well, it's just my pruning that's keeping it short. I just shortened everything back here. It was all pretty simple. That's probably why I had forgotten I did it. And here it is after, looking much tidier. And there's not much going on, it's just recovering from that pruning, but it's happy enough still. And here we are now. Well, there's still not much happening, but that's fine, it's probably going to explode with growth any day now. Thanks for watching, see you next time.